So we're out?
On a boot.
A boot. We're going to be doing a little skit, a Canadian skit, because the elections are on Monday, and it's a big election, and Barry is going to be a reporter from
The Ottawa Citizen, a newspaper well respected in Ottawa for at least 100 years.
All right, so we're going to go with that, and I'm going to be portraying 3 or 4 of the main contenders of the heads of the political parties vying for seats in the new Canadian Parliament. Okay, go ahead. I'm Poilievre.
Mr. Poilievre?
From the Conservative Party, the head
Mr. Poilievre?
The
news is
yes,
blaring with
yes.
Trump's tariffs and the threat of being the first 51st state. How would you handle the tariffs and Trump's trying to take over Canada's
Well, okay.
sovereignty?
Well, you know something? I thought Trump and I were of the same cut of cloth, politically wise. He's a little he's on the right hand side, and I'm on the right side. And I used to have a huge lead in the elections prior to Mr. Trump becoming the president of the United States in January, and I had an insurmountable lead. And I was going to win by over 20% in the popular polls. And then the Liberals pulled a little shot on us because I was bashing Trudeau, and Trudeau resigned. And now we have a new contender who happens to be a prime minister, but he was never elected. He's sitting in. He assumed, without election for the last 3 months to be a prime minister. And now we're behind. We're behind. So, I used to like Mr. Trump, but now he's sort of like everybody's voting against Trump, and so I'm losing in the polls. So
Trump is not very popular in Canada. We're all binding together to get rid of Trump and his tariffs and his desire to take over the 51st state. And Mr. Carney, how do you...
No, I'm not Mr. Poilievre.
You're still Mr. Poilievre?
I'm always, yes.
You're always Mr.
Don't
So
confuse
what
confuse Poilievre with me.
Mr. Poilievre, how would you handle the tariffs and Trump's desire to take over the 51st state?
Well, I would use the notwithstanding clause. I would tell Mr. Trump he's not allowed to do this.
Okay, so moving on to another
No.
subject.
Don't you agree that I can use the notwithstanding clause in Canada? And it should apply if I'm going to be the prime minister and use the notwithstanding clause like I said I would in certain.
How would you use it?
I would tell Mr. Trump, it's not. You're not being a nice guy. I'm going to impose a notwithstanding clause on you. Do you think it would work?
No.
Well, anyways. Yeah.
Well, changing the subject.
Yeah. Okay.
How would you handle the grocery concerns of people
What?
to put food on the table with the rising cost of living and the prices and the high taxes?
Okay, we're gonna make sure that people will get just enough unemployment insurance so that they can squeak by, and before they get a job, and they'll have to get a job, and so that they'll be able to afford groceries. But we're not doing any more handouts.
Doesn't seem you care for the people.
I care
are in pain.
I care for the people.
You don't seem to care.
I care for the people as long as they vote for me.
You're not going to get many votes.
Now I'm Mr. Carney.
Now you're Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Carney, same question.
I'm the current Prime Minister
Hey,
of Canada.
Prime Minister,
Yes.
Carney,
Yes.
how would you handle the rising cost of groceries and the housing crisis? People can't afford to buy a house.
All right.
What about building houses?
Okay. Well, you know something? Unlike the fellow that just spoke to you, the head of the Conservative Party, Poilievre, who wants to dismantle these, encampments, these
10 cities.
10 cities for people that are homeless, and then he wants to haul them off or something, and he wants to dismantle them, and who knows where he's going to put these people. Some type of training program. He's got some type of weird way of not subsidizing, to give them, a certain type of medications that are prescribed by the government to wean them off of medication. He says they're free handouts, and he doesn't want that. We don't have that approach. We have a better approach. This when you share a house, you put up a house on the market, you can rent a room.
I mean Airbnb.
That too. I don't know that. I live in mansions. Okay, Airbnb. So we would have a scheme where these homeless people will go into what? It's too much. We want to use the houses that already exist. The people that are getting, have an extra room in their house, we'll give them a subsidy, and the people that are homeless will at least have a room. That's our plan.
You actually think that would work?
Well, we can't build as many houses as we think we want to. Planned on nobody can build so many. We know what, like 3 million houses we need.
What is
Forget it.
What is the block?
I could rent out in Ottawa, the home residence of the government, which is nobody's using because it's falling apart, and we're in another building somewhere. I can rent that out.
And only hold 10, 20 people.
We can divide rooms into like 20 people in a room.
And what does Jagmeet Singh say about the cost of living?
Jagmeet Singh.
And the climate change.
He's the head of the NDP party.
Yes.
He's a Sikh.
He's a Sikh.
Okay, so
what is he seeking?
He's seeking he doesn't want to win anymore because he realizes he can't win. He wants not to have the Liberals to have a majority government. He wants to.
So who will he side with?
Who will he side with? Anybody that can vote with him. That's what he wants to. He wants to win his seat. He's made lose his own seat in Vancouver, the area, the BC area. He may actually lose his own seat. And Poilievre may lose his own seat.
Yeah,
but okay.
Seat?
What?
Where's Poilievre's seat?
I don't know. Somewhere in Ontario.
Yeah.
But basically, Sikh is seeking for justice. We got to hand it to him, Jagmeet. Gesundheit. We got to hand it to him because if not for him, he wouldn't have got into a coalition government with the Liberals in the past to give us Dentacare and possibly Pharmacare coming in.
Yeah.
Although Mr. Poilievre says that the people on Dentacare who already applied and are approved will be not thrown out of Dentacare, but the future people that apply for Dentacare, because it goes in cohorts down from the 80-year-olds to the 70 to the 60s, might not get it, might not get anymore. So that's how he's going to save some money.
He's really cutting costs.
We're losing teeth. We're losing teeth. So we have all these things to consider. And you're asking about
climate change. What about climate change and the energy crisis?
Well,
what about pipelines.
Okay, Mr. Poilievre, who I am right now, we don't care too much about. Let them, if they want to buy an electric car, let them buy an electric car. But we're not going to subsidize them anymore. We have to have no tax on industry like they have right now. The carbon tax on industry. We don't want to have that. We just want everything to go the way, dig, baby, dig, burn, baby, burn.
Drill, baby,
drill, baby, drill.
And you're in favor of pipelines?
Well, now we're going into the Bloc Québécois, representing the province of Quebec. And let me say that there has been a new motto for the Bloc Québécois based on today's news. It's... Go, les Canadiens, allez. Go, because you cannot say anymore, go Canadians, go. They just ruled, the Office de la Langue Française, to do a complaint, has said, we're not going to put those on buses. You can't use those on bus signs. Go Canadians. It's too English. So you can't say go Canadians, go. So you can say allez, les Canadiens, the hockey club, allez. But we're going to make a compromise because we're not crazy like this. We're going to say, go les Canadiens, allez. Or allez les Canadiens, go.
Yeah, It's a good compromise.
So that is going to be our new motto. As for the transportation, even though some of it goes through United States, eastern states, the Vermont and the whatever, New York, it goes through the pipeline. We want to keep it there. We want to keep it there, despite Monsieur Le Trump, who won't be there, after 4 years. But, he says he's going to find a way to be on there.
What about
I don't know about that.
What about security, immigration, and the borders? What do you think about that, Mr. Poilievre?
Well, we have to have more border police, right? Maybe with AK-47s.
That's drastic. It's a bit drastic, don't you?
Well,
think?
we're taking away, we're giving back the gun rights to the Canadians. So Anyways, that's my plan. Even though I released my plan yesterday or 2 days ago, a week after the advanced polls, people went to the advanced polls. In fact, all the parties. You can't blame me. All the parties released their economic plans a week after. Everybody went. 7 million people so far gone to. They didn't even know our economic plans from each party.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
That's the way Canada is, I guess. That's the way it goes. So, are we finished with all these questions?
That's all the questions.
Nobody's listening anymore.
Nobody's listening.
They voted. They don't care. They vote. They say this is the most important election. And I want to say, I am now Mr. Carney. I want to thank you, Mr. Trump. I want to thank you so much, because without you, we wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Everybody is so upset and pissed off at you. We wouldn't be getting the vote that we're getting now to win the election. So I must say, even though you want to make us the 51st state, I must say I should award you, like Mr. Chrétien, the former head of the Liberal Party, said, we should issue you the Canadian Medal of Honor. Because you have made us, the Liberal Party, resurgent again. And I hope we win. Because of you, Mr. Trump, merci. Thank you so very much from Canada, not the 51st state.
Thank you for your answering all the questions, Mr. Poilievre, Mr. Carney, Mr. Singh, and Mr.
Blanchet,
Whatever. Thank you very much.
Merci. Go, Habs. Go, les Habs. Go, les Habs. And I will say, go, Habs, go.
Go, Habs, go.